guys, winning coming from behind, I mean, does it feel a little bit like last year when you guys won so many games from coming from behind? Does it start to feel that way now?
I hadn't thought about it like that, but I think that, last game was great. Do it again. I'd rather not have to do that. I actually thought that we were pretty good with the way we were playing the game. I wish we were pushing more offensively, but defensively pretty tight, and a couple funny bounces, and all of a sudden they're up, and I like the resiliency in the third period, last two games, especially tonight. Obviously the opponent, the standings, that all factored into it, and we just lost in their building, so to come back and keep them from getting points and grabbing the two and moving on. I thought the third period was big.
Kind of speaking to that, Artemi just said in the locker room too that the belief now, as opposed to a month ago, is something that they can really feel in the room. Is that something that you can feel as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're winning games, there's a from the turn of the calendar to where we're at right now, there's been a lot more winning, and I think that builds confidence as a team. It can build confidence in individuals, and give you the belief that you can win hockey games. It's it can work the other way as well, and so I think just that confidence that guys gain from winning games, I think that builds inside the room. It gets it's contagious.
What have you made of the chemistry that Mika and Chris have while they're shorthanded?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing the way that they work together. I mean, Kreide's literally shot out of a cannon there from the defensive zone. But that's usually the way it happens too. There's a play that's made. Mika has the poise to see that there's some time and space and get it to the other side of whatever defender he's on, and then it's a foot race for him. But sometimes that foot race is looking like 1 versus 2 or 1-on-1, and then all of a sudden there's somebody else in the picture coming up on the left side. I thought that more than that, it was a great pass by Mika, but I thought the pickup by Kreide's to not be flush on his stick, to be able to pick that up and still have the poise to control it, and on a really tough angle put it in the back of the net, and obviously biggest goal of the night.
Keandre Miller, I think, forced the turnover on that play in the defensive zone. He also leaks the pass through the seam there.
Yeah, a great pass.
Those are the two plays that will get noticed, but what do you think about the way his game has been trending tonight, but just really...
Probably the same question, that the confidence inside of his game, like that's visible for me. There was 2 times tonight where he was in trouble in the defensive zone behind the net. He had a little bit of speed behind his game, not much, but he knows that he can skate, and he turned it on and turned the corner and got the edge on a couple players and was able to use that to single-handedly break a puck out of the zone and then make the next play, add it to the offense. And so I think that's all confidence, being able to skate like that, make those plays on the power play, head up, and it was a tight play. It wasn't, it had to go through some people, it had to be dead on the money. So he's, again, that confidence for me is shown with him.
JT doesn't get a point on the first goal, but it all starts with kind of him.
On the forecheck, right?
Forecheck, yeah. Just what does that bring?
Well, I think that's really good for that line. It's a bit of a bull out there, and I think that's a good piece to have on a line when somebody that goes to the net and doesn't get moved, somebody that's first on the forecheck and can finish a hit, but yet still have plays in the hockey sense to be able to play with those two players. You're right. It was big for him to be the first guy in on the forecheck and just separate, turn things over, and turn it our way, and then a quick play to the net.
That was kind of going to be my next question, really, just about the line as a whole and kind of what's made them so effective since Miller came on, and you say it's been his forecheck. How has that unlocked maybe Mika and Aaron as well?
They seem excited to play with each other. I mean, it's new, and so I think there was a little bit of excitement there. There were some results offensively right away, putting them together, and so that builds, again, going back to it builds a little bit of hype inside of themselves, and they're playing big minutes and tough matchups, and yet they're still producing. They're doing a good job.
Back to that first goal too. Zach Jones takes it to make a play. 18 straight games getting healthy scratched, and it seemed like he came in and felt comfortable and confident right away. Just the mentality of him to step in and make a big play to get the first goal of the game, and the way he played tonight.
I thought he was really good. And not just moving the puck and the skating, but for me it was the way he attacked defensively in the defensive zone, the way he closed. There was extra attitude and what he was doing out there, and that's what we've been looking for too. And I thought he really responded with a big game. And sometimes it's tougher, you know, sometimes you think, oh, you're back in, there's all this. Sometimes those games can be tougher because you haven't been up to speed. That's a team that's trying to make the playoffs as well. And so the intensity was high. There wasn't a lot of room. There wasn't time and space out there to do creative things. And so defense was the call of order probably for both teams tonight. And I thought he closed really quick in the defensive zone. He played the game with some attitude.